service. So when he cooks or do that, clean, I go, oh, honey, thank you for washing the dish.
So many times you think that the touch can only happen during the sexual act and the union between that husband and wife. But the touch could be in the small thing, many boxes. But you never know what's inside until you do what?
Open it.
Open it. All right, and then hold up this, and you'll see that there are other boxes are inside. And men, we need to be romantic. Keep it real. Well, welcome to Keep It Real TV. We are so glad that you have joined us today for another exciting broadcast and episode. I am your host, Dr. Keepitreal, aka Dr. K, and Sister Joy of Swanky Roll. She's not in the studio today, but we will be having a live program this month, and she will be back in all lit up like a Christmas tree. And we want to thank our listening audience for your comments that you send to us. And so we want you to keep them coming. We'll put up at the end our slide with our phone number as well as our email address. Well, we want to thank our sponsor. Without the sponsor, these productions and program will not be possible. And it's none other than Dorothy Cook. Look at that $1 million woman. She was on the end, or I think it was episode 32 last month in September. She was displaying and talking about her Aluva product, and her brand is Holistic Health and Wellness Products. In fact, there are people over in South Africa that saw this and they want some of the Aluva products, and she will be featured in the upcoming edition of Glorified Time magazine. So we bring guests that's going to fulfill our brand of success, marriage, family, as well as relationships and success in life. So today's guest, we have a very special guest, and we'll wait a few moments so her bio will be put up and we'll be able to introduce her properly. There she is, Trevonna Hendrix. She's Mindshare Partners Manager, Business Development Manager, Relationship Manager. I'm getting exhausted just talking about a lot of things she managed. Program Strategic Management, former Global Health Director. That's where I met her at Medical Bridges here. She helped me with our product, with our shipment, 40-foot trailer we shipped to Haiti during that earthquake. BS, Business Management, Administration and Management. She's a wife and a mother. In fact, her baby boy will be 2 years old in a couple of months. Well, Trevonna, welcome to Keep It Real TV.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, we are so excited that you are our guest. And today we're going to talk about mental health awareness. You transitioned from Medical Bridges, where you were helping with all types of initiatives, getting products and hospital equipment and medication to various countries that were in need. And now you are in the healthcare industry. So tell us a little bit first and foremost, before we get started with talking about Mindshare, what it's all about, its mission, its vision, and its core values, and the services you provide. Talk about your family of origin, as well as what you did as a child. Oftentimes I find what we do as a child is a preview of a coming attraction, and what you believe, Trevonna, is your why in your life and what you do best, because nobody can be you.
That's true. Yes, well, as far as my family, I was born in Hartford, Connecticut, raised in Illinois. I'm the oldest of 4 children, and some of the experiences I had as a child, I really enjoyed just spending time with my family. I think that definitely has continued to today. I definitely value family and spending time and connecting with them. And as far as my why, I would say it's just trying to live to my fullest potential, not just for my own benefit, but also for the benefit of others. And what I mean by that is I enjoy just trying to grow in different areas of my life, like volunteering more or how to develop more empathy. So that's really important to me. And then also just trying to, spread a little bit of joy and love in the world, make someone laugh. Something that I do every few years is I like to write a letter to people in my life that, in that period that inspire me or that I love or that bring me joy, because I feel like just in my day-to-day interactions, I might not share, how much someone means to me, whether it's a coworker or my dad or my mother-in-law. So I really just enjoy just putting a little bit more love in the world.
All right, and happiness into people's lives. Now, I think you said you grew up in Hartford, Connecticut, but you were raised in
Illinois.
Peoria,
Illinois.
All right. What was it like growing up in Illinois?
Well, it wasn't the best environment as far as, there was a lot of poverty in Peoria, Illinois, some crime, some similar to, I would say, Chicago as far as on the crime side. But I had a lot of great opportunities, especially in college and leading up to college. In high school, I participated in a lot of college prep programs, maybe about 3 different college prep programs that allowed me to have 3 scholarships when I graduated, and also had a lot of great mentors during that time that really inspired me. And, some of those words that they spoke to me during that time, they still inspire me, and I think of them to this day.
You said 2 key words, mentors. How important is a mentor in a person's life? There are a lot of young men and women, young girls and boys, should I say, as well as young men and women, that they may grow up in the ghetto or in government subsidized housing, and they feel trapped. But yet still, you had mentors that spoke into your life, as well as you were able to obtain scholarships. And so how important is mentorship because you may be in the ghetto, but the ghetto don't have to be in you. Yes. Okay? So talk about that very quickly, and we're going to talk about your degrees.
Yes, so mentorship has been critical throughout my life and my career. I seek out opportunities. So I seek out opportunities to learn, especially from other people that are a few steps ahead of me. And I always try to go the extra mile. So I remember in high school, there was someone that came into one of our economic classes, and she taught about how to do resumes and cover letters. And once everyone found out that it wasn't for a grade, no one did it. And I was like the only one that actually participated and did that work, which helped me. And that person actually offered me a job to work with her because of that opportunity. And I also take time to reach out to people that I work with that I think, oh, wow, this person has had a great career. Let me have lunch with them. Let me learn from them. Asking people to be my mentor, looking for courses that I can take or books that I can read to always further myself and push myself out of my comfort zone so that I can always grow.
All right, you heard it from Trevonna. Also, every champion needs a coach.
Yes.
So coaching is in vogue and very popular, and you need a mentor. And then it led to internship, and then it learned to scholarship. Well, you have a degree in business management, and then you also have a master's. How have your degrees really given you the competencies and the skill set to where you are now in the various industries you found yourself, as well as various particular jobs in the marketplace?
Well, I have a bachelor's degree. I do not have a master's degree.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm prophesying.
Yes, so that's been a foundation definitely for me to advance in the job market and have different opportunities. But I always go back to that mentorship and seeking that education and furthering my knowledge, because I have a bachelor's degree in business administration and management. That's a very broad, degree and career. So I always look for opportunities to gain skills in a niche, and that's been really helpful for me to grow. And I'm also looking for, as I'm in a job, what do I really like? Like, what am I gravitating to? So it's been like relationship management. I love talking to people, connecting with people. And so that's led me into sales, and I love data. So I like run a lot of reports, and I do data analysis, and that's really fun for me as well.
Well, you're Mindshare manager now.
Yes.
What is Mindshare? with his vision, mission, and some of the core competencies, as well as the services that you provide?
Yes, so Mindshare Partners' mission is changing the culture of workplace mental health so that both employees and organizations can thrive. And the goal is twofold. So it's to normalize what it looks like to have a mental health condition or challenge in the workplace, and then also to work with organizations so that they're not contributing to those workplace factors that can cause us to have poor mental health.
Well, Napoleon Hill says, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Right.
And so no matter what your status is, your caste or your class, as well as your mental capacity, it cannot stop you. The only person can stop you is you. And therefore, what is your role there at Mindshare? What are some of your day-to-day operations and responsibilities and role?
Well, my primary role is business development. So I am definitely reaching out to organizations to inform them about the services that we offer. We offer training, we offer consulting, and we offer implementation support, all to help companies to improve workplace mental health at their organizations. And through that improvement, they're able to improve performance as well. And so for me, for instance, it really is great. You know, Mindshare Partners has a great workplace culture. So it's great to have psychological safety where I feel safe voicing my opinions. I feel safe saying that I'm having a challenge. I feel safe saying that I'm having a bad day. We all have them. I feel safe asking for PTO for a mental health day and not having to mask it as, you know, I'm sick.
Okay.
You know, so that's really important. And my job, my goal is to work with organizations so that they can create that safety with employees that they have at their companies.
You're telling me that there are a lot of people that struggle, but there isn't that safety environment, maybe at home or in the workplace, and that's what Mindshare does. Now, how do you brand your services to these companies and organizations and businesses? You say that you are the business development. So what do you all have, like a special day in which you have open house, or how do businesses know that you provide these services that's going to, there's people struggling, there's safety, you offer support that will lead to their mental success?
Yes, so we are a nonprofit, and so we have a lot of movement building that we do around workplace mental health. So we have a column in Forbes, so we write a lot of articles for Forbes, also for Harvard Business Review, and we also have a lot of campaigns around workplace mental health. Like we recently launched a campaign called Leaders Go First, where C-suite leaders from a variety of companies like Pinterest, like Minnesota Vikings, also shared their own mental health stories and the stories that they've gone through throughout their careers. And that's actually also a way that we start a lot of our trainings that we deliver on workplace mental health and navigating that, as we have a leader share their own story of how mental health has affected them throughout their journey, because we sometimes look at leaders and think that nothing goes wrong in their life. They're in a great role, and they don't have no challenges. Right?
Yeah, they're living in a bubble.
So that really destigmatizes talking about mental health in the workplace, and really opens others up to share their own stories and talk about it with their coworkers.
List some of the stigmas and disorders and resources available to help and assist persons suffering from mental health, because so many people they have this problem, but they feel like they're labeled and therefore they're outcast. So how can you help them?
Yes, so like you said, there is stigma, and you don't want to be labeled. You don't want to appear as weak. You don't want to have those narratives around you. But there are resources that can support if you are experiencing a mental health challenges. There's a lot of things that you can do proactively to care for your mental health, like taking a walk or journaling. I watch I Love Lucy and laugh sometimes just so I can, have that release of stress.
All of these sitcoms back in the 60s and 70s, I Love Lucy and Amos and Andy, the Three Stooges,
Jeffersons, yes.
all of that. Jeffersons, you say. All right, that's good. And what was it? Where Esther Rolle and JJ.
Oh, yeah, my favorite, Good Times.
Good Times and whatnot.
Yeah.
And studies have shown that when you laugh heartily, your metabolism picks up, your muscles get exercised, and neurochemicals streams into your bloodstreams. Laughing relaxes you and raises your guard against depression and pain. And new research indicates that laughing also strengthens your immune system. So laughing also has shown to decrease cortisol, an immune system suppressor, and all immune boosters to express themselves. But there's a scripture that I really love, and it's found in Proverbs 17:22 that talks about a merry heart. It says, "A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bone."
Yes,
a merry heart doeth good. And therefore, you need to take a belly full of laugh. And therefore, now there's going to be a day, October 10th, and this will air prior to the Mental Health Awareness Day. What is that day all about, and what are some of the things that MedShare partners will be doing? Or I don't know if there's going to be a national proclamation from the president, governors, mayors, etc. But let's talk about that Mental Health Awareness Day on October 10th.
Yes, so the purpose of the day is, just as it stated, to spread awareness about mental health, and also to encourage initiatives around mental health as well. And Mindshare Partners on October 10th will be releasing our 2023 Mental Health at Work report. And that just really summarizes and gives statistics on where we are and the state of mental health at work today.
All right, what are some of the activities do you know that are planned nationally? Are there any activities or programs planned nationally?
I'm not sure of any national programs, but there's many organizations focused on mental health like Mindshare Partners that will have similar initiatives around that day. So I'm sure, if you're online, social media, LinkedIn, you'll see those initiatives taking place.
Trevonna, more and more young people are battling mental health problems in our society. What do you feel is the contributing cause to a lot of our young people suffering from mental health?
I think social media is a major contributing factor to the struggles that our children and teens are having. I know definitely in Texas, for instance, a lot of schools are struggling to find support and resources in the school to, address these challenges that our children and teens are facing. And also, there's a number of school districts that are suing and have active lawsuits towards some of these social media platforms because the lawsuits are claiming that social media is contributing to depression and suicide ideation and eating disorders. So I really couldn't imagine being a teen in a world of social media, because it's already like a really stressful time as you try to figure out where you are, who you are and what you want to be in life. And I think social media really contributes to that judgment that we place on ourselves, or all those shoulds and musts that we place on ourselves.
Now, social media is not all that bad either.
That's
but
true.
It has to be a balance.
Right.
And then we have so many latchkey children where they're home by themselves after school, and the internet is just a playground to get into all types of things. So what would you say if a person wanted to go, they're struggling, there's this suicidal ideology. Also, what are some safety zones that people can enter? And is there a national hotline that a person could call? Let me just say this. When you were talking about this teen statistics and a high rate of mental health. One of my friend's son's best friend committed suicide in college, and that devastated his son. But his son picked up the phone and called his dad because it pays to have a good relationship with your parents, knowing that there's nothing in your life that you cannot come to talk to me about. He reached out to his dad in school, called dad. He was devastated and said, Dad, my friend called his name, killed himself, and it's affecting me. And he gave him this assurance that, son, it's not you, about you. He listened. Many parents don't listen to their kids today. So what are some of the safety zones and support that can be given to not only the youth but also adults in the workplace or elderly that's suffering from mental health? And give us that, is there a hotline that people can call? They don't know about all of this stuff.
Yes, well, thank you for sharing about your friend and his son. It was a recent study by Forbes that was done on the top-ranking states that have the worst mental health care, and Texas ranks number one, wow, unfortunately.
So should I move from Texas?
Oh, no. Well, one of those contributing factors was that it noted that 73% of youth that experienced a depressive episode didn't have access to any resources to address that. So I think we can definitely seek those people that we can talk to. Like you said, if you're a parent, talk to your child about how they're feeling. Look for those resources within your organization. You might have an EAP program.
What's an EAP?
Yeah, so many organizations have an employer assistance program that allows you to go to a number of therapy sessions at no cost. So see if that's available at your organization for yourself or for your dependent, or what other opportunities there might be or resources within your organization. I know my healthcare plan, I just have a copay and I can go to therapy. So see if that's available through your healthcare plan. But beyond that, you can also call the National Suicide and Crisis Line, and you can also text this line. Just like 911, there's a national line which is 988. And you can call or text that line 24/7 for any crisis that you might be having. So you might just be having a bad day. You need to vent and speak to someone. You might have a family member that's thinking about suicide and you want to know how you can help. That's a great way to find out what resources are available that you might not know about.
What's that number again?
988.
988, just like 911.
Right.
And they don't give you this 10-digit number because you probably can't remember it, but you can remember 988. So know when to get help. And there are warning signs, thoughts, feelings, or behavior. Use coping skills, self-awareness, self-help to overcome problems and obstacles. Reach out to social support, contact, share, share with trusted family members and friends and professionals. Seek professional help. There's nothing wrong if you have a problem or a bad head day or have a mental health problem. There's our exit, and there's that local emergency and national help line called 988, and then call 711 for the hearing impaired. So we really even have that. You need to keep your heart free from hate, your mind free from worry. Live simply. We don't live simply anymore. Everybody is in this bubble, in this microwave cosmos where you want everything quickly. Expect little, give much. You talk about how you write to family members. Trust God. Fill your life with love. Forget self. Think of others. Do as you would be done by. Thank God for all your blessings. You know, I had 2 surgeries back in August and September, and while I was at home, I just really thought about how grateful I am to be alive. Do all you can for people without thought of personal gain. I saw a man coming to the studio today holding a sign. and probably a veteran. I'm a military veteran, and I wanted to give him some money. At Christmas time, we're going to give out tents and also sleeping bags to those that are out on the street, food again this year, and whatnot. So by following these guidelines, you will be well on your way to happiness. Well, Trevonna, we want to thank you for being a guest on our line, on our program today. You talk about journaling, and you can open it up to see personally. Hold that up to the camera. A journal, and is there something for you at the workplace that you can devotional? 365 days of prayer for depression and anxiety. Give us a 1-minute message of how a person can overcome any mental health challenges that may be facing them this day, and then give your contact information, and that's the end of our program.
Yeah, so something you can do is, you can't give from an empty cup. So prioritize your own mental health and seek those ways that you can proactively maintain your mental health. It might be journaling. It might be watching Good Times. It might be going for a walk outside and just disconnecting from our phone or our TV. And as far as my contact information, you can reach out to me. My email address is T like Tom, HENDRIX, T Hendrix at mindsharepartners.org. If you have any questions about workplace mental health or the resources that we have available that help navigate workplace mental health, you can also visit our website, www.mindsharepartners.org, for those resources as well.
All right, put that up again for a quick 10 seconds. Mindshare.org, Twitter, Instagram, Mindshare Partners, and then the website, mindsharepartners.org. Well, we've come to the end. Another exciting episode, and we want to close with this. It's your support system. Nobody succeeds alone. Nobody. Friends differ. Some correct you, others direct you. Some make you think, others make you feel. Identify those who truly stimulate you, educate you, placate you, meticulously build you. Your foundation for friendship, a support system, is very critical and key, and it's a result of thought instead of criticism, and network is very important as well. And there is a quote by Brian Tracy: always give without remembering and always receive without forgetting. T.D. Jakes preached one time about letting go. You need to let go and let God. And then count your life by smiles. Remember the scripture, a merry heart doeth good like medicine, not tears. Count your age by friends, not years. Happy birthday to life. You don't have to celebrate just your birthday in which you were born, but also every day is a day for life, for relief and development. Well, we want you to go to Keep It Real. Here's our information. Keith and Dr. Joy Rose, she should be back on our live program next week. Our YouTube, Keep It Real TV49. Subscribe, invite others. Our telephone number, if you would like to become a sponsor, we'll let you know what the benefits will be, as well as how much it costs. And then email us to let us know what you gain from this program. And on that note, Trevonna and I would like to, Trevonna, I keep saying Trevonna and I would like to say to you, don't forget the Mental Health Awareness Day, October 10th. Contact her. You got her contact information. And until then, we want you on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, 2.
Keep it
Keep
real.
it real.